Welcome to the show that takes up no more than 5 minutes of your time, but could help you gain massive real estate knowledge. It's 5 Minutes in Real Estate with best-selling author Shane Willis.
Hello, it's Shane Willis, Pensacola real estate expert, bringing you today's episode. Well, it's April 8th, and I haven't shot an episode in a few months now. Got really busy fourth quarter and really busy first quarter 2019. And so kind of neglected this. So for the listeners, that's just me apologizing. I should have made time for this. This doesn't take all that long. But I had some other things that had come up, and I'm not even going to make excuses. I should have been doing it. Here's the point where I tell you, well, I'm human. And that means I'm going to screw up sometimes. And that's what I did. We're going to get past that so we can start getting back into these daily podcasts. There's a lot of things that have happened in 2019, a ton. And I want to talk about where we sit. It's the beginning of the second quarter in 2019, and I kind of want to talk about where we sit. One of the things that I want to let you know is I literally last week, April 1st, we're shooting our second episode today. April 1st, 2019, I started a new podcast, and it's also a new video. I've got the playlist going to be on YouTube, and it's on the Facebook page. If you haven't liked the Facebook page, get over to Shane Willis, the Realtor. Facebook.com/Shane Willis, the Realtor. And I'm going to make the playlist there. And that podcast is just going to be a weekly one. And it says, "How's the market, Pensacola?" In that podcast, I go over all the price points. If you've listened to any of my episodes here, you know that it's a buyer's market or a seller's market depending on the price point. That's all it is. It could be both. And last week I had a huge example of that, where between 450 and 500 in Escambia County had 12.2 months worth of inventory. It would be a hyper buyer's market, but 500 to 550, so close to the same price point, at 4.9, which puts that slightly skewed to the seller's market. So we discuss every week on that podcast, how's the market, Pensacola? Exactly how everything's going. I go over Escambia and Santa Rosa County's numbers. Again, it's probably the same length as this, 5 minutes or so, but you will see exactly what's going on with the market in our counties. Today I'm actually going to talk about 3 things that are affecting the real estate market nationally. So let's get going on. Interest rates. Boy, interest rates have surprised me. The Fed actually did some moves that have dropped them. We were expecting mid-5s by the end of the year, if not 6. But I was darn sure expecting 5 by the first quarter. Instead, right before the spring buying season here, they dropped them. Refinances are up because rates are getting back into the low 4s. Got a client that works at Navy Federal. He's closing on his house this month. Okay, they got a special program for their employees. He's getting a 30-year note at 3.875. You heard me right. 3 is his first number. That's ridiculous. I did not expect that. So interest rates are down, and that is really helping rebound consumer confidence, especially in the real estate world. All right, income. Believe it or not, I'll just read from one of the economists. A powerful combination of lower mortgage rates, more inventory, which we talked about, rising income. You heard me right, rising. If you look at everything since about Halloween, each month, when you look at the year-to-year dates, income's been rising. We're seeing that across even our area. All right, you see starting jobs just a little higher. Just a little higher. Now, your minimum wage entry-level jobs into the marketplace, those are still going to be minimum wage. That's what they're there for. They're entry-level. But we're seeing a lot of better-paying jobs across the country. Employers are having a tough time actually keeping good employees because they're understanding everybody's upping their compensation package. So it's actually an employee marketplace right now. If you've got some skills that you can pass on, I got some friends in Tampa that are doing just that. They got some skills that are passed on. They've been with the company for a while. Company was great, had a very competitive compensation package when they hired them 3, 4 years ago. Now they've lost the competitive edge. My friend's actually going to have to, and she put in her resignation and she's going somewhere else because they just lost the competitive edge. So income is rising. Here's the other one, home prices. Now this is important for sellers, not as much as buyers. Actually, well, both. Let me just put both. Home prices have slightly declined. You heard me? When I say that again, I'm going to say it slower. Home prices have slightly declined nationwide. It's been a slight pullback nationwide. We did see some of that here. There are going to be some price points that you're not. If you're under $100,000, you're not declining. You're probably appreciating it. But we've seen a lot of stuff on the market for a bit and then price reductions before it sells. We've seen stuff not quite going over list. Again, this is nationwide. These numbers that I'm talking about are nationwide. And if we look at our area, there are certain price points that are that way. I had a listing last week. I put it on for $105,000. That price point's on a fuego. Okay, that price point's just crazy. I had 5 offers before I could let everybody know that there's multiple offers. Then by the time we got the multiple offers, I had 7 offers. We're under contract, but I don't think I'm breaking violation. You know what? All my listeners, I don't think I'm breaking violation here by telling you this. Not sold yet. No, I can't. I can't because I don't know. I don't know if I'm breaking violation by telling you that. No, I'm not going to do it. Anyways, they were selling 7 solid offers. We'll just leave it at that. One of y'all remind me, some of the listeners remind me, middle of May, what couldn't you tell us? And I'll tell you, okay? But nationwide, houses had actually declined in value just slightly. Now, does this mean that now is a good time to sell? Yeah. Yeah, inventory's there, but you've got to change marketing up. I took a listing last week. It is $500,000. Remember what I just said? Between 450 and 5 is 12.1 months worth of inventory. Between 5 and 550 is 4.7 months worth of inventory. We're at 5 flat. Does this mean we're going to have to change our marketing up some? Mm-hmm. Sure is, because I'm going to be competing with that 1 year's inventory. So, are we going to get to 5? I don't know. I think that's out of the range. I think we're probably on the higher end. Beautiful property. Lots of acreage. Freshly built. I say freshly, a few years old. But at price point, things are declining just slightly. So to the seller, can we still get the peak of last year? Possibly. Do we have to change our marketing plan up some? Possibly. But all 3 of those, I'm going to have in the show notes some graphs talking about these. It is actually really good for the spring buying season, though. Inventory's up. We've got a lot of price points that are a neutral market. Not a buyer's, not a seller's, just a neutral. 6, 7 months worth of inventory. Perfect. That's what we were begging for last year. That's what we were begging for in 2017. Our problem was inventory. Now, to all the sellers that I was saying, if you want to sell, remember last year I kept saying, if you want to sell, this hyper sellers market is going to go away. Well, it has. You get above about 250, 300, and it has. It's back to a neutral market. So that means you got to change your marketing up now. Things have shifted. You got to change it up some. The buyers, fantastic news. You have a little bit more inventory. Does that mean you can just wait? No, I would definitely not do that. I had a property the other day that I'm in the highest and best bid with a buyer. It came on the market at $272. It was on the market. The day it came on the market, we saw it, wrote an offer, because he's in my buyer's program. So anytime anything comes on the market, immediately he's notified. Saw it, wrote an offer. Same day. And it was like 0 days on market, right? And got notified 4 hours later that we were in a multiple offer situation. So we had to submit our highest and best yesterday. So do you have to wait as a buyer? No, I wouldn't do that. Do you have a little bit more inventory at certain price points? Absolutely. All these items combined, in my opinion, are setting us up for a heck of a spring buying season, which since it's April 8th, we're right in the middle of. All right, that's all I got for you today. As always, if you haven't liked the Facebook page, get over there, facebook.com/Shane Willis, the Realtor. That's Shane Willis, the Realtor. Guess I went quite over 5 minutes today, huh? Oh well, you guys are kind of used to it. It's me back. See if we can make sure that we get back on track with this one. And don't forget about the new one. Facebook's going to have that same playlist. How's the market, Pensacola? So that playlist is going to be over there on that Facebook page. So if you like the Facebook page, you'll get that new podcast. And it's a vlog because I'm doing a video with it. You'll get that new notification every week. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.